Welcome, folks. Welcome back to the network for you all. It's now time to do another one of these top 10, top 5, top 15, whatever the fucking number you want to call bullshit videos. And for this, if you all remember a long time ago when I was a skinny little son of a bitch, and in my beginning years when the network was growing back, we did a top 10 video of the best and worst NES games. Now, here's now the sequel. Top 10 best and worst Super Nintendo games. Apparently what he calls is the best video game system that has ever released for me.
That and the PlayStation 2 are the absolute best.
For me, I find that debatable. Why? Because there's also the GameCube, the Nintendo 64.
No. Super Nintendo and PlayStation 2 destroys it.
Like I said, for me, I find it debatable. Because,
debatable.
well,
yeah.
Like I said, Nintendo 64 was awesome too. It had a lot of great games as well.
It had a lot of shitty ones too.
Yeah, same with Super Nintendo.
Barely.
Barely any shitty games, you say.
Go to IGN and look up their list of the best system of all time. See where the GameCube ranks with the Super Nintendo.
I know that the Super Nintendo's higher though.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because I've seen the list too. Alright, for this, folks, Super Nintendo, we're going to give our best and worst games of what we believe.
And we're only going to 10 because that's how high Gary can count.
Yeah, sadly. Alright, so, folks, as for this, we're going to start off with the best. So, as for this, let Fat Fuck go first, since...
Alrighty, I have...
Hey!
Since Super Nintendo, what?
Retards first.
That just tells me one thing. You like blowing retards. Okay! In course, the Super Nintendo is one of the absolute best. There is lots of honorable mentions.
I don't have any.
Because I got thousands upon thousands of honorable mentions. Here are mine. We have F-Zero. F-Zero, that's an awesome racing game. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Mega Man X. Final Fantasy III. Mortal Kombat 2. Chrono Trigger. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4. Turtles in Time. And Super Mario World Yoshi's Island. I think that's what it was. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. So those are my honorable mentions.
I don't have any honorable mentions, so...
You suck.
Yeah, what else is new? Alright, so go ahead, reveal your number 10.
Number 10, Alexander the Great will be twisting his nipples when he hears this, because this is one of his favorite his gaming franchises of all time. And that, of course, is Star Fox. Star Fox was a great pioneer game where you take flight and you play Fox McCloud to take out anything that revolves around Andros. Really cool flight mechanics, and it still holds up to this day. You know, even though most people remember the Nintendo 64 game, Star Fox 64. But here is where it kind of, where the foundation just grew. So that is my number 10, Star Fox.
Alright, my number 10. This is a racing game. This is not Super Mario Kart, so just to get that out of the way, it's not that. Why? I never really had much success playing that particular one. I've always had much more fun with the 64 version for the Nintendo 64.
Oh, Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, since I grew up with that. And yes, I know Mike Tyson's better. I get it. Because I was
goddamn right!
I was on the same agreement as him when that argument happened, so because it's true. Alright, it separates the facts from opinions, so...
Yeah, well, I can't beat the game, it's too hard, I'm gonna play Mario Kart 64.
The game's hard, but it has better mechanics, has everything a game...
Better mechanics, better characters, a more rewarding system in which it pays off at the end. I don't know.
Anyways, as for this racing game, this is one of the most fun racing games I have played, and definitely, to me, is one of the best racing games for the Super Nintendo. I'm talking about F-Zero. Lots and lots of fun. Lots
Hell
of fun.
yeah.
This is one of those games I can sit there and just play for a long while. Not forever, but a long while. Why? Because it gets addicting, and it's a lot of fun with the tracks, especially how the mechanics work, and the soundtrack to it's pretty awesome. And I love the idea of...
It's only 16-bit, and it looks fucking superb. It runs fluid.
The three-dimensional graphics is what I love about it. It's three-dimensional for especially a game at its time, and during this case. So yeah, a lot of fun. F-Zero, short and simple to the point.
Yep. Oh yeah, honorable mention, had to mention it. See, if anybody have those on their top 10, I can understand, because rightfully deserving, so. Okay, my number 9, Mr. Garrison.
I'm listening.
Dick face.
What?
Asshole. Bucket.
I'm listening. Go on.
You fucking butt wipe.
I'm listening.
Number 9 is a compilation of many games rolled into one. And don't do that because I can see your plus one.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, well, you still gotta.
Okay.
You still got stuff up there too.
Yeah, helicopter landing pad. My number 9, Super Mario All Stars.
That's with all
Now, Super Mario All Stars, it takes not only Super Mario World, but the classic Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3, and it gives it the Super Mario World gaming engine and brings it up to date. And it also includes the Lost Levels, which is the original Super Mario Bros. 2 that was released for the Japanese Famicom. And that one's way more forgiving than the Famicom version. I should know, because I have completed the Famicom version, and it's one of the hardest fucking games known to man.
And he ain't gonna play
and it's got a really good save feature. Something that wasn't on Super Mario Brothers 3, even though it was a long game, or the Lost Levels especially. So yeah, really great overall bundle of games in one that was really done well. So that's my number 9, Super Mario All Stars.
Yeah, by the end of this list, I won't give a fuck what he has anymore. So, continuing on my number 9, we went from racing, now let's talk about some fighting, shall we? One of the greatest franchises of all time in gaming history, and it was turned into 2 movies. The other one's a guilty pleasure, the other one was just complete shit. But this is pretty much, to me, I consider to be, I think, the best game that was released in the whole franchise for the Super Nintendo, Mortal Kombat 2.
That was one of my honorable mentions. Now, hear me out here. Now, of course, the arcade version was better. I played it for the network, but there was 2 versions. There was the Super Nintendo, and there was the Sega Genesis. Well, Super Nintendo was actually a good port. Really good port.
It was.
The Sega fucking sucks.
The reason, Sega, when it comes to games that was released to Super Nintendo, they always have to, fix things up, try and make it quote-unquote better for certain games. And for this case, they sure made it better, alright. It was a complete
it's an arcade port, so they do what they can within their own power. The Sega, with their sound system, made it sound like shit. It works for other games, but not for Mortal Kombat 2, and the visuals wasn't that great. Mortal Kombat 2 for the Super Nintendo blows it out of the fucking water. So.
The Super Nintendo, you have a lot of the good characters. You have Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Shang Tsung, and a lot of characters. And also in the game, what I loved, in the arcade mode, there were some hidden characters too. I believe one of them was Smoke, and the other one was, what was the other
There's 2 more.
The other one was, I believe, Katana? No, she was one in the game.
It was Jade.
Jade was the other one, then there was Smoke. Was the other one No, it was
Reptile was a hidden character in the first game. No, it was Noob Saibot.
Oh, Noob Soy...
What?
Noob Soybot.
Noob Soybot. That's Ed Boon and Tobias, the 2 main developers of the whole franchise, spelled backwards, and he is originally by Han, the original Sub-Zero.
So yeah, Mortal Kombat, one of the greatest franchises of all time, with interesting stories to each character having their own reason why they're in Mortal Kombat itself as a whole, and their own backstory as well, having feuds and everything. It is just so fucking awesome. Love Mortal Kombat. Absolutely love Mortal Kombat, and great stuff.
Yep. And yes, folks, I did play it on the network, and I did excellent. But, you know, I did change characters, try to mix it up a bit, and Kentaro was being an ass. But I beat it on the hardest difficulty, so... And check that out if you wish.
Yeah. You know,
Number 8.
You know, folks, studies show that if you're good at math, you're good at video games.
That tells me something about you. Oh, mister. No. No bitching. No bitching. No what? No. Be a man. Don't be a fucking wuss.
Well,
suck it in.
Well, I mean, hey, you know, I gotta tell you, hey, you may be good at video games, but look at this way. When I play video games, at least I haven't earned money, legit money from other players by playing a certain game that I earn money from.
That's not a video game!
I don't give a fuck what it is.
Exactly. Straw man argument. Number 8.
Straw man argue my ass. I'm telling you something that I'm good at.
Alright, you're talking about pool. This is video games. Now fuck off. Fuck off. Suck my dick. Look at ass. Number 8. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Number 8. Shut up. Number 8. This is my favorite game in this franchise.
Cocksucker.
Not quite. A lot of people will say Symphony of the Night, but for me, it was the Super Nintendo that mastered it. My number 8 is Super Castlevania 4.
Ooh, I know Justin Bolin will love that pick.
Super Castlevania 4. Why? Let me explain. Unlike the original games on the trilogy, which I respect, -2, you can only whip in one direction. The controls were very stiff. You can only jump. When you jump, you can't control your jump in midair. This game was done to perfection. You can whip in 8 different directions. You can control your jump in midair. You don't have a problem with the staircase anymore, because you can jump on the staircase or jump off of it. It's very simple. It was done to perfection. It's a long game, too. It's like, I forgot how long the game takes us to beat it from start to finish. And it's got some of the best covers, like Bloody Tears from Castlevania 2. That was in the later version of Super Mario Castlevania 4. I forgot what level it was. That's probably the best version of it. So, yeah, this game is just awesome. And it's hands down my favorite Castlevania game. Super Castlevania 4 is my number 8.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Alright, now let's talk about another franchise that everybody loves. And no, it has nothing to do with Mario. We'll get to Mario later, since everybody's like, oh, Mario, Mario, Mario. No. For me, folks, I mean, I like Mario. I love the games, but I'm not as just like with superhero films, I'm not crazy about Mario as everybody else is. I like playing them, but I'm just not crazy.
You're an ass.
Yeah, I know. So anyways, as for this particular game, let's talk about another franchise that was very popular. People mostly remember the Nintendo 64 one, but for me, not only do I remember that, but I remember the start of it. Let's talk about Star Fox, shall we?
My number 10. Very good.
Folks, this game had a very interesting concept to it on how it was with the characters, with the story, with the controls, with the detail, graphics, pretty much almost everything. It was very interesting, and, you know, Star Fox is a breath of fresh air of something new that never really came until, obviously, it came out. It was,
you know what's kind of funny? If you were one of the characters, you would be Slippy.
Was he a nerd?
He was the frog, remember? Don't worry, Slippy's here.
Why am I always allowed the pussy characters?
I don't know.
I'm not a pussy.
I know.
I have nipples.
Yeah. You actually were Mr. Garrison. Come on now.
Anyways, like I was saying, but yeah, dude, I don't really need to say more. I'm just saying, yeah, Star Fox, awesome franchise of video games. The game itself, it was a breath of fresh air and revolutionary for how it was made, story, characters, almost everything, mechanics. It was a breath of fresh air and great shit. That's all I gotta say. I have nothing more. Go ahead. Go on, go faster. Go faster, go faster, go faster, go faster, go quicker, 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 you fucking nigga poop. Quicker, 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 quicker. Okay, I'm done.
Fuck off! Sit down!
Fuck off! Sit down!
My number 7, a lot of people considers to be one of the most difficult games on the Super Nintendo. A lot of people consider it to be the best game in the franchise.
Huh?
What are you doing? What are you doing with the camera? What were you doing to the camera?
I was moving it.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I was moving it a little bit towards the right a little so they can get a better view of you. It was a little slanted on me mostly.
Ass.
Well, I wanted to make sure I was getting a good view.
Yeah. And this is another game I also did for the network.
Huh?
And I did it on the hardest difficulty with the lowest amount of lives, and I did it. I only died twice. And that is one of the best action games. Contra 3, The Alien Wars.
That's your number 7, eh?
Yes, why you say that?
Well, I'm just saying, very interesting pick that it's a little behind.
Let me guess. Is it also your number 7?
No.
Okay. So, Contra 3, basically, it takes what made the original 2 on the regular Nintendo such a great game, and they just pump it full of steroids. Because now you can hold 2 weapons, you have some type of hydro bomb, or like a hydro bomb that can wipe out all the enemies on screen. It's far more difficult than the previous 2 games. There is no Konami code either. You can start off with 3, 5, or 7 lives, and once you beat the game, it'll tell you, hey, go back to play on medium or play it on the hardest difficulty if you want the true ending. And yeah, this is a game that really is a testament of true hardcore difficulty, but done in a right way. And the game is just fucking awesome. So that is my number 7, Contra 3.
Alright, my number 7, we talked about some racing, we talked about some fighting, we talked about some flying. Now let's talk about some painting, shall we? Let's talk about Mario Paint. One of the greatest art games I've ever seen. Not only was this game particularly fun and enjoyable, but it had lots of variety and a great music set to listen to while making your designs and everything. I loved the whole variety of what this game had, and you can make so many designs while being entertained. I believe there was a minigame in it, correct me if I'm wrong, that you could play in it.
I think there was. And I remember James Rolfe, Angry Video Nerd, and Mike Matei, or Motherfucker Mike.
Yeah.
That's the greatest nickname ever. Motherfucker Mike. I love that nickname. They were actually did a video, as themselves, not playing character, just, messing with Mario Paint, and the level of variety and the options that it gives you is crazy.
It's off the charts, and it's like no other painting game that you've ever seen. Alright, folks.
What about my podcast painting game?
I didn't say painting game. Painting.
I know, painting game.
Yeah, painting game. Oh, painting game? Fuck that show. But continuing on.
I know.
Yeah, that's just me in general. It doesn't suck. I'm just showing my own sense of humor. Alright, but yeah, about Mario Paint. It's so much fun, and thinking about ideas are actually popping in my head right now about Mario Paint, honestly. We'll get to that later on down the road.
No, that's a hemorrhoid popping out of your butt. Speaking of fuck painting game, yes, the episode that you were on. Okay! I'm sorry! Mr. Kelly said I'm sorry!
You're a dick. Alright, so anyways, continuing about Mario Paint. Awesome shit. You'll love it.
Fucking really?
Alright. You'll love it if you haven't played it, but yeah, so much variety, so much fun. Alright, now, no more painting. Go ahead with your number 6.
My number 6? To me, this is one of the best ports I've ever seen for a fighting game.
No one gives a fuck. Let's move on. So I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Fucking ass goblin. Number 6. Now, there was a game that came out before it and was popular, but this game perfected it. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I do have the game. Now, the difference between this one and Street Fighter 2 The World Warrior is the World Warrior, you can play up to 8 players, and the speed of the game was actually very slow. It was like a very slow-paced game. Street Fighter 2 Turbo? No. it amps up the speed of the game. Not only that, there's some graphical enhancements, another bonus stage. You can play as the boss characters. For example, you can play as Balrog, the boxer, Vega, the Spaniard, with the fucking huge ass 3-bladed thing.
Yeah.
Sagat, the Muay Thai former world champion, that fucking 7'4" bald-headed dude, and of course M. Bison.
What are you talking about yourself as the bald-headed guy?
Yeah, but Sagat is 7'4". I'm only 6'1". So, and one of these days, I will be doing this for the network. Because there are 3 characters I am awesome with. Ryu, or Ryu, as he calls it, Ken, and Sagat. So, that is my number 6. One of the best fighting games ever. Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Alright, racing, fighting...
Dipshit, I heard you say that, motherfucker.
I didn't say dipshit, I said racing.
Before that.
I didn't say dipshit.
Watch the replay.
Are you sure I said dipshit?
Moving on.
Alright, so anyways, did racing, did fighting, did flying, did painting. Now let's talk about fantasy. Alright, this right here is one of the most playable, one of the greatest series, and if I asked anybody what their favorite is, no, it's not Mario. What one of their favorite series, franchises of games of all time, I always get this all the time.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this is not higher on your fucking list.
What, what, this?
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Folks, let me tell you right now about this game. They get so fucking nerdy about this all the time when they talk about this game. I mean, I played it myself. To be honest, I have not beaten it. Why? Because I was too lazy and I just didn't complete it. And I'll plan on getting back to it again so I can play it off camera. Hopefully play it on the network. We'll see. Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past.
I cannot believe that's not fucking higher on your list.
You want to see this fucking list yourself and see what else I got that's higher that are awesome games?
No, because I would wipe my ass with that list.
Dude, I'm probably not the only asshole here who's probably got that in the back burner. Who's probably got more games that are also as good as this higher. I'm probably not the only asshole out there.
Speaking of that, I gotta take a shit. As you were, about Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, the 3rd game in the series.
It's so much fun. It's just like been with the other Zelda games.
It's arguably the best in the... Okay, to me, the best games in the series is the 1st game, the 3rd game, and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Great. I mean, it's just like with the others, but with this, there's more variety, same characters, a very interesting story, and just a lot more to do with this Zelda game, and words cannot explain how much fun it is on how, especially with the music as well. I love
Oh yeah, and if you love the 1st game, you will love the 3rd game, because me, I couldn't stand the 2nd game. I couldn't stand it at all. This game, it was everything you loved about the 1st game, and then some. It's kind of like Super Mario Bros. 3 to the original Super Mario Bros.
But yeah, folks, pretty much with this one, if you, like he said, if you love the 1st game, and you love this one, pretty much this was like the 1st game, but with much more. That's all I can really say about this one. If you know the 1st one, you love that, this is your type of game. But yeah, most people say their favorite is Ocarina of Time or Link to the Past. Or the first
to
one.
Me, that is the best one, is Ocarina of Time.
It's a fun game. But yeah, folks, that's all I can really say about Link to the Past. I am going to plan on getting back to it and playing it again. As a fucking nerd myself, not really gaming, but mostly into, you guys know.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I can really say about Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. Good shit.
Very good shit. So now, we have our top 5. Number 5. You will probably see this on many people's lists.
Did you say have to poop?
I can hold it.
No, you're gonna go poop first. When duty calls, literally, you go poop. We'll take a break here, you go poop.
Well, in case for that, open up your mouth, because I gotta take a shit. We'll be right back.
Oh, sorry about that, but when duty calls, and it's important to take a duty, so...
Yep, and Gary had his dessert.
It wasn't chocolate. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
You told me you loved me.
Well, no. Lied all those years.
How do you explain he got those sideburns? Those aren't sideburns.
I'm mocking my sideburns. They're nice.
What? You act like I'm mocking your nipples. I would never do that.
Mocking my sideburns. They're nice and furry.
Yeah, just like your ass. Alright.
I'm mocking my ass either. It's nice and bubbly.
Ugh, that's fucking gross. Okay, the top 5.
Yeah,
Here
Whoopi
are
girl.
the top 5. And I remember the Putnam crew did their top 5.
Yeah, wasn't a certain somebody we know?
No, actually it wasn't him.
Oh, really?
We'll get to that in a little bit. No, it wasn't him.
I had to be in the bed. I had. No, that wasn't me. No, this time it wasn't my fault.
Okay, number 5. You want to talk about a game that is so much fun, has a lot of variety, and it helped launch a big franchise? It is a Mario spin-off, but in a good way, and that is Super Mario Kart.
Oh, that game.
Mm-hmm. I will say this, though. I don't know if it was introduced in this game or Mario Kart 64. It has got the cheapest fucking weapon of all time.
Yeah?
You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Oblivious, is it the banana?
No, the blue shell.
I was thinking wrong.
Here's what the blue shell does. It doesn't matter what position you're in. The blue shell, when you launch it, it'll target whoever's in first place and knock him on his ass. It's fucking lame.
Yeah, it's not good.
Otherwise, the game is so much fun. You got arena mode. You try to take each other out. You got, so many different types of creative level designs, from the previous Mario games. And what are you laughing at?
I had a yawn.
Fuck you yawning for?
It's not on purpose. It was natural. It was natural effects or natural.
Natural effects, yeah.
Or natural, whatever.
So yeah, Super Mario Kart, it takes all the great characters, you can play as either Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Princess Toadstool, Toad, Gary, many others, and then later on in the games, they added more characters you can play. I think Daisy was there, Donkey Kong, and so on and so forth. But yeah, right here is where it just launched in a hiatus, and it's a Hall of Fame game because of what it was able to do for the Super Nintendo. So number 5, Super Mario Kart.
Not a toad. Oh, anyways, next game, my number 5. Alright, this is where you're gonna like my top 5 since, Link in the Past wasn't high.
Oh, that's fucking higher. God damn it. And you wonder why I have my pillow here? Because I cut my elbow really fucking bad, so.
Oh. When I had a little scratch, I was told to man up. I did.
Have balls dropped lately? Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have balls. You're number 5, Mr. Garrison.
Anyways, yeah, instead of, saying, Link of Legends all being higher, we're clear. I don't want to be like everybody else where the other stuff is higher. I don't want to be like everybody else.
Oh, that's a lame-ass excuse, Gary.
Oh, you told me it was okay when it came to movies.
How many people that you knew had How to Train Your Dragon 2 as number 1?
How many people do you know has Sing Street higher as their number 1? Exactly. Moving on!
But it's one of the better reviewed films of the year. So, as you were.
What, Sing Street?
Mm-hmm. 97% rating.
Well, goddamn, it's a great movie, and you gotta see it. If you don't, I'm gonna fucking kick you in the balls, so you better see it. And How to Train Your Dragon 2, I've seen it. It's a great movie. I loved it.
Yeah, it is. Yes, you're number 5. Quit stalling.
My number 5 is a game that Mr. Luke Nukem has a big boner for. We're gonna talk about... It's a game, no offense, Mr. Luke Nukem, we know you love it, it's a great game. Alright, one of the originals, one of the greatest fighting games of all time with a certain variety of characters, acts, awesome controls, and great variety range. Killer Instinct!
Now, I do have the game. I can just show it. Well, I could go get it, but I'm too lazy.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know.
Killer Instinct. Now, of course, the arcade version is where it started. This was made by Rare.
Now, you want to know how I actually managed to find out about Killer Instinct? Playing the arcade.
Same here, playing the arcade.
Let me tell you, okay, I don't know if I should tell the story about how I got introduced. Should I? Or
Go ahead, man.
Okay, so here's what happened about Killer Instinct. Long time ago, many years ago, when I was just a kid, At my local mall, they actually had an arcade with a whole variety range of video games. They had Pac-Man, they had Killer Instinct, they had Mortal Kombat, some of the arcade wrestling games, Millipede, many others. I can go on and on with a bunch of lists. And I saw Killer Instinct, I played it, and I fell in love with the game because that.
Fucking love Killer. To me, if we ever did a fighting game, that would be in my top 5 of all time.
Oh, dude, that'll be a list we'll do down the road. Top 5 fighting games for any system. Killer Instinct was a game that, as soon as I started playing it, I just loved on how the game was presented, especially for a fighting game at its time. It was just hard for me to choose between Mortal Kombat and Killer Instinct, but playing that one, I felt for a tad bit more into Killer Instinct. Why? Because during that time and now, I wasn't really big into Mortal Kombat. I was more into Killer Instinct, but as soon as I got to more and more into Mortal Kombat, I love that as much as I love Killer Instinct. But Killer Instinct, I have to put that higher because that's one of the games I felt for when it came to fighting in general when I was in the arcade.
And I wanted to say this, okay, each game has their own theme. I want to say gimmick, but their own theme. Like, Mortal Kombat was known for their brutality.
Yeah, but
and fatalities
this
one, and how it's based off of Enter the Dragon. And Street Fighter was based off of its each character's own attributes in martial arts, because each character fought differently.
And Killer Instinct,
it's about the fucking combos, baby.
Killer Instinct had its own. It had its own thing.
The combo breaker. Who was your favorite character in Killer Instinct, the original?
The original?
Yeah.
Who would you love playing as?
My favorite, TJ Combo. Fucking love him.
Attaboy. Great character.
TJ Combo, he was my best player.
You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to get back to playing it.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, when I played it, I always lost all the time.
Well, because, the game can be fucking... Rare is known for distributing very difficult games.
Well, the thing is, there was a reason why I always lost. I was not good at the controls at the time.
It takes a while to get used to, and then you have Idol, who is the main boss. He's that two-headed fucking monster with that big-ass club. You want to talk about a cheap motherfucker? Yeah. But you can play as him.
Okay.
In the Super Nintendo version, you're able to do that. So, yeah, I love Killer Instinct.
Great game. Now move on to your number 4.
Number 4, I played this on the network. I played a variety of levels.
Donkey
Kong was known, as when you're playing as Mario, or known as Jumpman, way back then. And you got Donkey Kong Jr., but I believe it was this game that launched him to a whole new hiatus, and rightfully so. This is great for level design, platforming, and all sorts of variety of ways to cross through level to level. And that, of course, Donkey Kong Country.
Good shit, man.
On my Facebook page, I have a lot of levels to where I dig Donkey Kong Country. Especially the infamous one, it's called Templelist. I can beat this level in under a minute. And I have done it you go to my Facebook page, and you go to the videos, it's called Templelist. I beat it in barely under a minute. I even actually did it on Gary's channel, too. So much fun, and my favorite level in the game, Snow Barrel Blast. That level is fucking awesome.
Well, let's keep talking about Donkey Kong Country, because that's what I have as my number 4 as well.
Atta boy, Mr. Garrison! Donkey Kong Country is fucking incredible, dude.
Now, folks, here's what I love about it. This game, like I said, Star Fox, this game was revolutionary. Continuing the story about Donkey Kong itself, but adding not only Donkey Kong as one of the main characters, but Diddy Kong as well.
Diddy Kong, a tag team. And by the way, another game that was made by Rare, and it uses the same, correct me if I'm wrong, the same graphic engine as Killer Instinct.
One thing I loved about it was that really made me enjoy the game a lot was the sounds. The sounds of collecting the bananas, the jumping platforms, the music itself having that jungle theme that it always had. Pretty much everything I loved about it. It was the sounds that made me keep playing and the concept of it. That's what made me keep playing this game because it was so much fun.
And much fun. You got all the bonus levels.
Now, honestly, when it comes to platformers, you all know I'm not good at it, but when it came to Donkey Kong, I managed to get somewhat of a hang of it. Not perfect, not good as him, but I managed to get somewhat of a platform hang of it. Somewhat.
Oh, also you get to ride. You can ride on many animals that can help you along the way. Me and my favorite, Rambi.
Yeah.
He was my favorite.
I'm
the
playing,
rhino.
I'm playing the game myself. As for it, start to finish, probably we'll see what goes on. But yeah, fun game, awesome shit.
Mm-hmm. So I guess it's back to me now.
Yeah.
My number 3 is a game that Gary should have had higher on his list.
What is it?
The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Dude, you'll like the next 3 I have. You'll like them. The next 3 I have.
Okay. Basically, Gary pretty much summed it up. It's pretty much, it goes back to its original roots, like the first game on the NES, and it's done on a whole new level. 16-bit graphic engine, looks and sounds awesome. It was a game that it was a revolutionary in terms of action event, or more like RPG adventure, I guess you could say. So yeah, Gary pretty much explained everything. So that is my number 3, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Arguably the best Zelda game ever made.
Alright, my number 3, since you told me about this, like I said, you're going to like my next 3. My next 3, this is one of those addictive games that from time to time when I'm not doing videos, it's still I love playing. Why? So I can get better and play it myself on camera. And let's just say, like I said, it's very addictive and one of my all-time favorite shooters. Contra 3, Alien Wars. Now, as you all remember, I played Contra before, and I got hooked on it. But with this one, I wanted to play Super Nintendo. And this one has, to me, a lot more fun controls, a lot more variety, a lot more shooting. Somewhat the same platform idea as the original Contra for the NES. But this one, a lot more advanced and a lot more, shooting range, a lot more to do in this particular one.
Yes, and I forgot to mention this. Unlike in the first game, you know how you can aim in 8 different directions, but when you're aiming diagonal, you couldn't stop. If you hold the right trigger button, you can aim wherever you want without moving.
That's what I love about this, especially with the presentation of the platforms, the timing, the right second. I love how it gives you that strategy challenge. That's what I love about this game.
If you want to know how co-op is done to perfection, Battletoads for the NES, take notes, okay? I love that game, but the co-op is fucking broken. This is how you do co-op to perfection. And another thing is, okay, yeah, like I said, if you're going to play this game on the hard difficulty, all I will say is this. Learn how to switch weapons while firing, because you can fire more weapons at and get the crush weapon. That is the most powerful weapon in the game. And get 2 of them, because you're going to need it. But yeah, fucking love Contra 3.
Alright. Well, that does it for our number 3.
Okay, I think our number 2 and our number 1 are going to be
my number 2 is Super Mario World.
That is also my number 2. Super Mario World. A lot of people consider this to be the best Mario game ever made. It's arguably the best 2D Mario game of all time. It pretty much adapts what Super Mario Bros. 3 did, but they did add some things that did make it a little bit better. I'm not saying it's a better game, but they add some better attributes. For example, a save feature.
Oh, they managed to add so much. See, in this particular game, not only was this revolutionary for pretty much upping Super Mario itself, of adding more to it. But like you said, having a save feature and adding more that, the other Super Mario games that they had, but that they didn't have, if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And that's another game I did for the network. I found all 96 levels, 96 exits. Because that's the highest number you can get. No. You just gotta find every single exit to the game.
No, I know this is Aubrey's favorite game of all time. Yeah, his favorite game of all time. All right, it is.
I've seen him play the game a few times. He's completed to 96, hasn't he? I think he has.
I don't know. I've just seen him play it. That's all I remember.
What I want to see him do is because, I hear him say this in the video. He's like, yeah, Jerome. Every time Jerome plays the original Mario Brothers for NES, and he does high scores, he always gets over 1 million. How the hell is he doing? I'm like, it's very simple.
A magician never reveals his secrets.
Yeah, magician! A fucking magician!
Alright, well, to keep it short, simple, to the point now, folks, for my number one, you're going to be pissed at me, and he's going to be major pissed at me. Because I can already hear the backlash coming already about my number one. I think especially let me get out of it, because I'm already expecting hate comments, dislikes, and I'm already expecting this.
Wait a minute, Gary. Okay, first of all, I don't think I've ever heard you mention this game at all on your list.
No, but you're going to be fucking pissed at me, and same with this for my number one best game, and you all are going to be pissed at me. It was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you. This might end our friendship.
Gary, you better not go where I think you're going to go, motherfucker.
My number one best game of all time for the Super Nintendo is Super Metroid.
All I gotta say is this. Mr. Garrison, I got 3 words to sum up everything. You ready? You ready?
Fuck your ass.
No. Lucas, take notes. My number one. Now, I'm gonna let Gary speak.
Folks, reason why this is my number one now, you're probably thinking, wait, how is this your number one if you haven't really played it? Thing is, I actually have played it. But here's the thing though, when I played it, I didn't advance nor complete it as he did. I just played the mechanics, managed to get a hang of it at first so I could get an idea of what I'm in for. Folks, this is a perfect game. It's perfect. It's fucking perfect. With almost any word in the video game dictionary that you can think of, this game has it. It's so fucking perfect that it's literally retarded. It's so fucking perfect. Now, as for me, like I said, I can explain, but for me, perfect is just the word to say. And I'll let him explain more about it, because he knows more about the game than I do.
Okay, by the way, Killer Instinct was released on a black cartridge. Normally it's gray. This was released on a black cartridge. My number one is also, yeah, I got my name on it, Super Metroid. Folks, this is not the best Super Nintendo game of all time.
It is.
This is the greatest motherfucking game ever made. And here is why.
Let him explain since he knows about it more than I do.
Okay! The reason why I say Lucas take notes, because this was never uploaded, sadly. But Lucas and I did it at the debate video on which NES Super Nintendo game is better. His was Super Mario World. Oop, I think it's coming out again. Off my sunglasses. His was Super Mario World. Mine was Super Metroid. And I won unanimously in the debate, okay? And what makes Super Metroid the best? Here is why. Because this game revolutionized in every single aspect a video game has to offer. Action adventure, level design, shooting mechanics, weapon upgrades, controls, boss battles, exploration, secrets, musical score, graphic design, graphic and audio design, excuse me, storytelling. This game did all of that to perfection. This launched a whole new era of video games. Remember that game Castlevania Symphony of the Night?
Yeah.
Where do you think they got the inspiration from?
This one.
Super Metroid. Okay, the website. There's a very popular gaming website. It's great. It's called Screw Attack.
Oh, dude. Doesn't Cinemasker, they sponsor that site a lot, don't they?
Yes, Screw Attack. What is Screw Attack? What was it inspired by? Screw Attack is the best weapon upgrade you can get in Super Metroid. It's when you're doing a front flip and you turn to like a plasma like hurricane ball of death. That's pretty much what it is. Anything that hits you, they get destroyed. This game did it all to perfection. And even if you're done playing the game, guess what? It's one of the greatest games ever for speed runs.
Oh, it's so much.
There is so many speed runs of the game. The fastest speed run I've ever did while collecting 100% of all the items is like according to the game timer, because it reveals your time at the end before the credits. 1 hour and 20 some minutes, like 1 hour 22 minutes. That's the fastest I've ever did it. And not only that, the game. Okay, you know how some games it needs to hold your hand how to do it. No, the game's level design literally teaches you how to do the weapons.
It does, and that's one thing about
it's perfect. There is not one bad thing to say about it. Usually you can't say that too often about, oh, this game ain't perfect. No, this game is. Everything, the save feature, the health, getting your health back, getting your weapons back, it's all balanced perfectly. And it has some of the best fucking weapon upgrades and gadgets you can use.
By the way, the main character is a girl, just to clear that out.
And by the way, the main character is a woman. Her name is Samus Aran. She's like this Amazon fucking badass.
I wish she was Asian, though.
Fuck out of here, man. Yeah, she's like this tall, like, Amazonian, like, badass.
Yeah.
And, yeah, IGN, when they did their top 100 games of all time, it was their number 3 of all time. The ones that were higher was Tetris and the original Super Mario Bros.
Okay.
So there you have it. My number 1, I'm scary. Twist the nipple! Okay, whew. I had to get that out of the way. Sorry. I had to twist the nipples.
I thought I was the one who was on pills. Because I'm not. Except for
hold on, speaking of that, pills are good! Pills are good!
Well, was that your butt cream? That box you hold in your hand.
Butt cream?
It looked like your butt. It looked like your butt cream.
No.
Oh, it was pills. It's just the It's just the box when you shake it. It looked like you had butt cream.
If it was butt cream, it would probably look like this, except it's aloe vera. Banana boat! Boat, Barry! So, that is
the best.
Our top 10 best Super Nintendo games of all time. I'm so happy I have that number 1.
Yeah, I told you.
By the way,
don't you like
when the Platinum Crew did their top 5 SNES games, I swear to God, this was a sign. You want to know why? Because they do their show on a green screen. Alex was going like this. Watch the beginning. He was going like this, and he was going like, he was pointing, okay? Guess what he was pointing at? Because their background shows like nothing but Super Nintendo games, in like the rectangular form. He was pointing at Super Metroid.
I think that's something.
Unsigned? You never know. So there you have it. That is not the end. Because we still got the worst.
Oh boy, we're in for a real treat as we start to get pissed, and I gotta piss. Speaking of, we're gonna get pissed, and I gotta take a piss.